Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the Marvels, aka formerly known as Captain Marvel 2.
Yes.
So this development with them renaming Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvels could or could not mean a lot of different things. And even the mainstream media is starting to weigh in on theories that Brie Larson may be sidelined.
Well, it's called Brie Larson Can't Carry a Damn Movie on Her Own. And she, with Captain Marvel, the first one, she kind of was like a side character in her own film.
Yeah, I would say that she actually was the weakest link in the Captain Marvel movie. I did not think Captain Marvel was the worst movie ever made.
No, it wasn't. It was not the worst Marvel movie out there.
No, I would say that dubious honor goes to Thor: Dark World.
Probably.
In my personal opinion. But, followed by Iron Man 2.
It wasn't the best, and
No.
It wasn't the worst. It was pretty,
Okay-ish. But she was the worst part. Like, the scenes that she was supposed to steal were just dead. Mm-hmm. They were just not good. And I've seen her take better roles. I've seen her be better in other movies.
I've seen her be better in other movies, too. That's why I don't understand it.
She's just like phoning this shit in. But anyway... it was something that just a lot of fan news outlets and YouTubers were commenting on, a rumor that Brie Larson could possibly get gone from the Captain Marvel mantle from the movie franchise. And we said as soon as Monica Rambeau showed up, we're like, oh, this isn't going to go very well.
Well, I gotta tell you, I kind of don't want her to be gone from the Captain Marvel franchise because they'll probably put her in Star Wars and ruin something there.
That's the other part of the rumor.
I'd rather keep her ass in Marvel.
Yeah, just keep her over in Marvel. Yeah, no, the other rumor is that she could be leaving the MCU, having Teyonah Parris take over as Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, which actually happened in the comic. Now, they got reversed in the comics. Monica Rambeau was Captain Marvel first. Carol Danvers was first, but she was Ms. Marvel and then she was a coma. It's very complicated. Anyway, so I could totally see them doing that, especially with the way things are going now with the diversity and inclusion initiative. They'll be like, no, we need to have, a black female superhero.
I don't know, but I just don't want her anywhere near Star Wars.
Well, that's the problem. I think the High Republic, that one character in the High Republic looks a whole lot like Brie Larson.
They're going to give her something. Let her do something in the High Republic and stay over there with that bullshit. Because no one's going to watch that anyway.
Stay over there. So we're going to talk about these rumors, the Marvels, and this kind of rebranding that's going on. Ms. Marvel and, all of that. This is an actual set photo.
I can't even.
The hands are photoshopped, but that is her power. Her power is to embiggen her limbs. Mm-hmm. That is her power.
Which works in comics.
It works in comics. Yeah, it does.
I don't think it's going to work theatrically.
Reed Richards works very well in comics. He doesn't work very well in live action. At least they haven't been able to do it right yet. So we're going to talk about all that. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 187,000 subs. Thank you for the support. And we've been talking an awful lot about Phase 4 of the MCU. We did another video talking about Doctor Strange and how he was cut out of WandaVision because he was a white dude, effectively. And I don't have a lot of hope for Phase 4 going forward. It does look like they're going to prune the trees and sort of replace a lot of Marvel characters with other characters. Hawkeye's probably getting swapped out. Hulk's getting swapped out.
Well, the thing that's funny about this is the comics arm has been trying so hard to stick Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel. And they keep rebooting them and rebooting them and rebooting them. They don't stick. But you are not allowed to not like them. They will not just let it go.
There are so many videos out there talking about the continued failure of Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel in the comics. They've had more reboots and more chances than like any other characters. And, I think what it is, a lot of it is personal pride because, especially Ms. Marvel is an OC of Sana Amanat at Marvel, and she's going to make damn sure she sticks. But they shoehorn her into the games and whatever. It's like they're not letting these characters organically become popular on their own. they're like, oh, these are the Marvel characters, and it's the Marvel universe, so they have to be the face of the Marvel universe.
And I did say repeatedly that if you want these characters to stick, you're going to have to put them on the screen, and that's what they're doing. So, I mean, that would be the way to do it, because as far as the comic skills go, no one cares. But what's interesting is they're talking about the fact that, other shows you're allowed to watch, you didn't have to watch WandaVision to watch Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But they're saying about this one, it's being set up in a way that you have to watch Ms. Marvel on Disney Plus to understand the Marvels.
Yeah, this is quite different from what was supposed to happen. The original plan was that the shows were kind of a standalone thing, and they were sort of supplementary. Right,
they were told you
movies.
didn't have to watch them.
That was even in Forbes. Scott Mendelson, he said, hey, you don't have to watch these movies. But now, oh yeah, this S, yeah, that's Ms. Marvel. You need to know who she is. And oh, this is Monica Rambeau, Photon, or whatever they're going to call her. So yeah, you have to see these. And we saw at the end of WandaVision, spoiler alert. Okay, the end of WandaVision, that it was going to lead directly into Captain Marvel 2. Now known as The Marvels, which is sort of a soft reset, isn't it? Like, oh, this isn't Captain Marvel 2. No. This is The Marvels. It's a brand new thing.
They had to put three of them in it to try to carry it.
Yeah.
And the only one people actually care about is Monica Rambeau. So I'm just,
Yeah, so there's just a lot of weirdness going on with this movie.
Well, I was saying, they're so desperate for it to stick that they're saying you have to watch Disney Plus film or show first. They're so desperate for ratings. Because they know no one's going to watch this on its own. You have to watch that for the movie to make sense.
So a lot of news outlets now, sites like Cosmic Book News and all those quote unquote hater sites, they've been keeping an eye on the Brie Larson situation. They're kind of like, yeah, it seems like, especially with her starting her YouTube channel, all that, it's like, it seems like Disney's kind of like falling out of love with her. They really sidelined her in Endgame. They literally had Thanos flicker away, and then in comes Wanda, and Wanda almost takes him out. So it doesn't seem like they're as on board the Captain Marvel train as they were before.
And it didn't have to go that way. I think because the comments I think people would have given it more chance if there hadn't been some really tacky comments made by the actress, and they hadn't tried to pit it against Alita and tried to make it some kind of weird contest, and the media just basically went around calling fans names, keep your Captain Marvel hot takes to yourself, men, and things like that. I think that ultimately, besides the fact that Brie Larson wasn't a very good actress in this film, and I don't think it was cast well, all this worked together to cause people to not give a shit.
Yeah, it was. You want to talk about manufactured Captain Marvel, and then the way it was marketed too. We saw pictures of empty theaters.
I was gonna say, then there was that whole thing with weird. The Rotten Tomatoes and all these weird rule bending that went down.
The thing with Captain Marvel is they kind of marketed it like you had to go see Captain Marvel because Marvel viewers were trained to go see every Marvel movie so they understood what the hell was going on. And that movie came in between the two Avengers, Endgame movies. So they're like, you have to see this to understand. And it's like, no, you really didn't.
No, but they're really making sure that you had, now they're saying you had to see Ms. Marvel. They're saying you have to, but was it going to come out that you really didn't? You know, but it takes three of these characters to pull this other movie.
Yeah, so...
You know who could pull their own movie? Black Widow.
Yes, she could.
You know who else could pull their own series or probably movie? Wanda.
Wanda could. I would watch a Scarlet Witch.
I'm just saying.
Vision, Scarlet Witch, just doing their thing.
They could pull their own thing, but why do they have three Marvels in here to have to pull it? You know what I mean? Yeah,
so she's basically been sidelined. She's basically Mo.
I was going to say, how many Marvels does it take to bring in an audience? 3.
One, a two, a three. Crunch.
Just like, that's my takeaway here. It wasn't even the Captain Marvel 2 is now the Marvels. It's a fact, that was funny by itself. But they have to take 3 of them to pull this movie.
God.
And and the one we keep not talking about though is Monica Rambeau, and she showed up in WandaVision, and I would watch Monica Rambeau. I actually liked her, and when you see the actress behind the scenes, she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, she seems okay. Look, again, for the 50th time, when I was a kid, Monica Rambeau was in charge of the Avengers. She was the only Captain Marvel I knew growing up. I mean, I knew about Carol Danvers, but I knew about Carol Danvers because she got knocked on her ass by Rogue. And that's why Rogue can fly and why she's got super strength.
Redhead's going to do what redheads are going to do.
That's right. She knocked her on her ass. So I really wasn't that familiar with Carol Danvers, but Monica I definitely knew. And, when they brought Carol back in a big way in 2015, like, they will not let her fail. They brought her back. They made her Captain Marvel, gave her the Captain Marvel moniker, which, makes sense, I guess. But then, like, the comic keeps failing again and again and again and again. It's like, how many damn chances?
Well, what amused me was the fact that when this was going on, they had the Captain Marvel movie. Fans kept saying, why isn't it Monica Rambeau? They kept saying over and over again, why isn't it Monica Rambeau? We want Monica Rambeau. Why can't we have Monica Rambeau? Okay. So then after the fact, they start going on about, we're going to bring Monica Rambeau, but the racists aren't probably going to like it. The male fans are going to hate it. It's like, they were all asking for Monica Rambeau the whole time. Do you even research your stories?
They just no. They're just it's all about basically pissing off as many people as they can to
Keep
get
your Captain Marvel hot takes to yourself, men.
Oh my God. So this is gonna be really interesting because it seems like I don't know if she's gonna be out of the MCU. A lot of people are speculating that she's gonna get downgraded or get killed off in this one.
I don't know if they'll go unless, like they said, they're putting her into they're putting Brie Larson into Star Wars or something.
Yeah.
But you could do both if you're doing different filming schedules.
And they're thinking that they're going to have Monica Rambeau take over as Captain Marvel instead of being Photon or whatever.
I just thought it was funny because Brie Larson's tirade was like, we need more seats at the table, which I don't disagree with. But then she made sure, she wouldn't give up the Captain Marvel to the black actress to do the Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, we actually called that out. We're like, well, Brie, you can start with yourself because technically, your seat belongs to Monica Rambeau.
So I'm just saying, I would never actually expect her to do that. No. No one actually expects her to do that. But I'm just saying, when she makes these comments, you have to really think this stuff through. And then she might get gone because of diversity and inclusion. She shouldn't have said that. I don't know.
Well, okay, so this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, right?
Okay.
This is not like some, alt-right Yahtzee site. It's coming from the Hollywood Reporter. They said Marvel is already using Marvels as a title in an entirely different setting. Does the use of the name for the second Captain Marvel feature suggest there could be a more expansive approach to the MCU than audiences expect, or is the name a happy coincidence? To take a step further, they're basically talking about how it could be that, Monica Rambeau takes over. And they're speculating about it. Now, if YouTubers speculated that Brie Larson was going to be sidelined in favor of another Captain Marvel, there'd be hell to pay.
Oh my God, it's because you hate Brie Larson. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But they can do it.
Yeah, they can do it. So now that a reputable news outlet speculates the exact same damn thing that people have been saying, that they're just going to couch it in a much nicer terminology. Because look, Captain Marvel is not that popular. She really is not that popular.
No, they've tried. They keep trying. And they even put her on the big screen. And they even went, said, oh, look, all the seats were sold out and there were empty theaters. They had Rotten Tomatoes adjust the way they do things just to, keep Captain Marvel afloat or up there at the top. They did all this stuff to massage the numbers and make it look like it's successful. And, it just isn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they could just have her. She sat out most of Endgame. They could just have her I'm going to make you Captain Marvel, Monica, and I'm just going to fly off into space somewhere.
I don't know what they're going to do. My fear is, what I think is going on is if she is stepping back and they are bringing them all in, it's because they're going to put her in Star Wars.
Star Wars is...
Because she has been angling for Star Wars so hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, if you're just giving anybody roles in Star Wars, why don't you let me have one?
You could be
I've been a fan longer than her.
A very tall Ewok.
Very tall Ewok. That'd be great.
Yubby. So there's kind of two parts to this. So the first part is, we don't know what's going to happen to Carol Danvers, Brie Larson. Maybe Disney's like, you know what? WandaVision was popular. Monica Rambeau is well received. Let's get her out of here. She wants to be in Star Wars. Get her out of here. Swap her out. The other curious thing that happened is the director deleted her Twitter.
Was she being harassed?
I don't know.
Or is she saying she was being harassed?
Well, okay, so she, like many other people in Hollywood, has a lot of hot takes on Twitter.
Oh, God. And more of that?
Yes, and it disappeared. Now, I gotta wonder on some level, is this preemptive? Like, I don't want to deal with questions. I don't want to deal with bullshit. Or is this Disney being like, you have a lot of stuff on your Twitter timeline that could bite us in the ass?
If I was Disney then, if she had said a lot of things she shouldn't have said, because this isn't like, over at Star Wars where people can make nasty comments and racisty comments and be, get a pass on it. Marvel is not the same thing.
So apparently she was trolling people.
Troll cowards. What was she saying?
Tag me, you cowards.
Well, why was she saying that?
I don't know. I know she gets really political. I don't know. I mean,
of course I do. Who doesn't? Hollywood types don't. How about you just stop doing that and call it a day?
Yeah. So I mean, these are some of her retweets. A lot of political stuff. I don't know. I mean, this is wishful thinking, but could Disney be cracking down on politics and political hot takes across the board to be like, look, if you're working on a major franchise like Star Wars or Marvel, could you please just stop?
Well, they are. Stop. They need to make it this for everyone.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be this woman or that woman or whatever having to shut up. It should be everyone. Because I've seen Pedro Pascal make some very political comments over and over. And there's a lot of these people, I still love the whole Gina Carano should be fired because she didn't have her pronouns in her bio, but a whole bunch of Lucasfilm people don't either. They need to have, the same rules for everyone.
Yeah, because I mean, back in the day, I'm sure a lot of people had their political hot takes. You just didn't know about it because it wasn't out there in the open. Mm-hmm. You would stay in your corner of the world, and people would just kind of, talk to their people that they got along with for the most part, and the movies got made, and you had no idea. Now everybody is in everybody else's business. I don't know. I mean, it could just be that she's like, yeah, I'm not even going to deal with. I don't want to deal with the questions. I don't want to be asked why they're changing it. I don't want people tagging me in saying, what the hell is going on with Captain Marvel 2 being the Marvels. Or it could be Disney stepping in being like, just take it down.
Disney needs to. They haven't done it yet. They need to.
If you're working on a major franchise, shut it down. Because we don't want to deal with 1,000 articles about whatever the hell you're spouting off on Twitter about. So we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.